Most bizarre Guinness World Records. Billy Leon and Benny Lloyd McGrary were known as the McGuire twins, and they were pro wrestlers who were discovered by a photographer from Life magazine. They were the world's heaviest twins according to the Guinness World Book of Records in 1978, at a whopping 743 and 723 pounds in addition to 84-inch waists. After they became famous, they went for showbiz with their newly found reputation and appeared in Las Vegas, where they played trumpets and told jokes with 400-pound go-go dancers. The world's richest cat earned his $12.5 million after his owner Ben Rea died. Rea's relatives received absolutely nothing, while the reclusive millionaire made sure his furry feline would be wealthy beyond his wildest dreams and had only the finest collars for the rest of his life. Blackie was the richest cat in the world. He earned himself a place in the Guinness Book of World Records in 1988. Yet he's opted for a life outside of the spotlight, and his whereabouts were never known. Brian Berg makes his living as a professional card stacker. He set the world's record and earned himself a place in the Guinness Book of World Records in 1992 for the largest house of cards at 75 stories in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Berg is trained as an architect and is the only known person to have a career building structures with freestanding playing cards. He uses no tape, tricks or glue, and his method has been tested to support 660 pounds per square foot. In 1994, Daniel Bent set the record for the fastest time ever in the bog snorkeling triathlon in as little as 2 hours, 23 minutes and 24 seconds at the World Bog Snorkeling Championships. Bent beat his own world record on that day by 22 seconds, and his sister holds the female triathlon record. In 1998, Suresh Yohaim of Sri Lanka took the world's longest escalator ride at 140 miles long in the Westfield Shopping Centre in Burwood, New South Wales, Australia. He has broken more than 60 world records in different countries in attempts to help underprivileged children around the world. Yohaim's most recent record was a record for dribbling a basketball the furthest in 24 hours. He tried the stunt at Toronto's Elmbank Community Centre. No one would ever try to beat this record. In 1999, a brave and reckless man, Gary Bashaw Jr., set the record for most milkshakes distributed through a nose when he spouted 1.82 ounces. Milk and chocolate powder came pouring out of his nose on the set of a TV show called the Guinness World Records in Los Angeles, California. In November 2001, a return to the set of a French TV show called Les Émissions des Records, where this incredibly smart parrot Smudge, owned by Mark Stingel from Switzerland, set a world record for the most keys removed from a key ring by a bird. The parrot was able to remove an amount of 10 keys from an S key ring in as little as 2 minutes. In 2004, 41-year-old Chad Fell of Alabama decided he was going to have his name added to the Guinness Book of World Records. When he decided to rise to the challenge, he was able to meet it by setting the record for the largest unassisted bubble blown with a chewing gum. Fell held the bubble for 5 minutes, which measured 20 inches in diameter. Fell said that he prepared for the challenge for several years by chewing 2 bags of double bubble each week. Fingernails can become strange enough when they exceed a certain length, but in 2010, Melvin Booth from Pontiac, Michigan became the official Guinness World Record for longest fingernails. His nails measured at just a little over 32 feet long. Sadly, he passed away suddenly in 2009 at 61 years of age. Melvin served in the US military and retired from Pontiac General Hospital after 27 years. Melvin was also recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest nails on a pair of hands. If you think garden gnomes are creepy, then this one is for you. Large collections have been one of the quickest growing categories at Guinness World Records in 2000. Anne Atkins set the world record for the most massive collection of garden gnomes. Here's an Anne Atkins surrounded by her army of 2010 gnomes and pixies. The gnome enthusiast goes on to break her own record. At the last collection count, she was at 2042. All of her garden ornaments live in a 1.6 hectare Beechwood Gnome Reserve that is visited by 25,000 people every year. When it comes to gardening, Peter Glasbrook knows what he is doing. In 2001, he set a world record for having the world's heaviest onion, weighing in at 17 pounds, 15.5 ounces. Peter is a retired chartered surveyor who lives near New York. He has broken 10 world records in his 30 years of gardening. He had been trying for the honor of growing the world's heaviest onion for about 25 years before he actually won. Big Freddie is an American music artist that is known for work in New Orleans style of hip-hop called bounce. Freddie has been attributed with helping promote the genre, which has been largely underground since developing in the early 1990s. Big Freddie has set a world record in 2013 for most people twerking at the same time when she led several hundred for 2 minutes straight in the New York City's Times Square for publicity for her show Big Freddie, Queen of Bounce. In 2011, she was named Best Emerging Artist in addition to Best Hip Hop Rap Artist in January's Best of the Beat Awards. Big Freddie Hits Volume 1 was nominated by the 22nd GLAAD Media Awards in 2011. In 2014, an Australian Labradoodle named Ranmaru was measured to have the world's longest eyelashes on a dog. His eyelashes measured at over 6 inches long. Zumba is so much fun that dancers in the Philippines decided to set a world record. In 2015, the world's largest Zumba class had been registered in the Guinness World Book of Records, having 12,975 dancers in the city of Mandaluyong in the Philippines. Finally, on to number 1. Micronecta scaldsi is a type of insect that is commonly found in shallow waters of ponds and lakes. A team of scientists and sound engineers from France and Scotland have recorded the bugs creating a sound up to 99.2 decibels, a volume that is comparable to a passing freight train. What's even crazier is how the insects make the sound. The male of the species produces its sound by underwater courtship by rubbing a ridge on its penis across parts on its abdomen. For its size, this species is considered the loudest of all animals, so strong that insect was recognized as having the loudest penis in the world.